Okay, we're going to talk more about this with Famke Krumbmüller, who is from OpenCitiz, a European-focused political risk consultancy. Joining us from Paris. I think we've actually talked French politics before, Famke, but let's talk Dutch today. The first thing I want to know from you is how popular you really think Geert Wilders is in the Netherlands. Because I think, and I've been reading a lot of stuff today talking about the fact that outside of the Netherlands, he's maybe bigger because of the way he speaks, because of what he says. He garners more, and his views garner more publicity there than they actually do back home.
Yes, so definitely. I mean, his popularity needs to be seen relatively, and this means in the context of Dutch politics, which has a very representative system, which always means a lot of parties make it into the parliament. And this time, 14 parties are projected to make it into parliament on the after the elections on Wednesday. So when we say that he is the biggest party or he represents the most popular party, then that still only means that he gets about 20 out of 150 seats in parliament. So he might be the biggest party, but that's amongst 14 parties. So it's relative, definitely.
Okay, nicely explained there. Does, forgive me, I've forgotten the question I was about to ask you. But that's what I was going to ask you. Has Dutch politics actually always been this fragmented?
Yes, because of the nature of its system. It has become a bit more, let's say, important to watch because one of the main biggest parties, as I just explained, is this far-right party. So people have started to watch what that means. Does he actually get into government? Is he actually able to govern and to steer the country? But the answer is a clear no, because in order to get a majority in parliament, and so in order to be able to govern the country at this stage, you need at least 4 or 5 parties. The ruling coalition of only 2 centrist parties is the clear exception. And this system also really means that, you know, it does hinder extremists from getting to power and ruling by themselves and implementing extremist policies. And so this is also what we will see after these elections. He will probably not even get into government, notwithstanding whether he will be the biggest party or not.
So tell me then, Famke, what do you believe is important to Dutch voters? Again, for us from the outside looking in, you would think that it was all about immigration because, again, that's what grabs the headlines. What are the bread and butter issues which are important to the Dutch?
I mean, it's true, the economy is doing relatively well, and in that context, main voters' concerns tend to be immigration and security, especially with the current discussions that we're having in Europe about these issues. So they are definitely of concern, and we can see it now with what has happened over the weekend again, and how the Prime Minister reacted to that. So these issues are of concern to Dutch voters. But we'll see what type of response the new government will bring to that. Probably they will have to bring some type of, you know, satisfactory measures to respond to security concerns, for example, and to issues that mass immigrations over the past few months or maybe year has brought to the Netherlands. It's the same challenges that we face in other European countries currently.
Famke Krumbmüller joining us from Paris. A pleasure talking to you. Thank you for your time.